Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County and Paris about to meet for the 124th time. Harrison County leads the all-time series 78-45, including a mark of 42-17 here on the Hilltop. It's a series that began way back in December of 1950 when the Greyhounds came to town and went back to Paris a winner, defeating the Thoroughbreds 48-29. Last year, the two teams got together once over at Paris, a game that Harrison County won 79-44. It was a much different game the last time the two teams played here, which was 2 years ago, a game that Harrison County won 64-61 in triple overtime. So I'd much rather have the former as the latter for tonight's game. So there's your short history of this series between these two teams. Harrison County will be back in action tomorrow night when they'll be hosting the Panthers of Augusta. So hopefully you can make your way up to the Hilltop if you're not here tonight, at least for the game against Augusta tomorrow night. Then on Friday, we'll head to Falmouth to take on the Wildcats in a big district game in the first part. Actually, the boys are the back half of a girl-boy doubleheader. If you'll remember, about 10 days ago, Harrison County hosted Pendleton County and won that game 62-40. And then on Saturday, we're going to make a long trip down to Eddyville, down to Lyon County High School, where Harrison County will be participating in the East versus West Classic and will take on Muhlenberg County. That game set to start at 3:30 our time. And then next Tuesday, a week from tonight, it's hard to believe, but Harrison County will host Fleming County in the final game of the regular season. So there's your look at what's coming up for the Reds. All right, now the colors being presented by the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC. The pep band is up there, I assume, about to play the national anthem. Actually, it's going to be a smaller ensemble of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. So what we're going to do is we'll take a listen to that national anthem, after which we'll take a break and then come back with the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and Paris. But right now, let's bring you our Star-Spangled Banner.
The guards are Cadet Captain Abigail Palmer and Cadet Tech Sergeant Miles Bryant.
Alrighty, back up here on the hilltop. The Harrison County starting quintet being introduced right now in front of a decent crowd for this first game. Harrison County 15-6, Paris 5-15. Well, after this game is over, the Phillies will have their senior night, after which they'll tip it off against the Paris Lady Hounds. Then tomorrow night, the Phillies will head over to Nicholas County to take on the Lady Jackets of Nicholas County, try to avenge that 52-39 loss just a couple of weeks ago. Then on Friday, the girls will be part of that girl-boy doubleheader up in Falmouth. Next Saturday at 3:30, the Phillies will be at home against Fleming County before wrapping up the regular season with a couple of home dates against Augusta and Williamstown next week. Richard Harris jumping center for Harrison across the midcourt stripe. Contarian Downey as we get this game underway. And it's going to be the Greyhounds who have the basketball. From the right side, a three's fired up by Ransom and no good. And Furnish comes away with the rebound. Up the floor come the Breads. Custard inside the arc on the left baseline. Gets it down on to Furnish at the block. Gets it to Harris in the paint. Harris goes to the basket, lays it in. Nice move that time by Richard. So he gets the easy layup. And Harrison County with the early 2-0 lead. Up the floor with the basketball for the Greyhounds is Malachi Ashford, the 8th grader. Ashford hands the ball off to Ransom. Now to the top of the key to Downey. Back to Ransom, who will in turn give it back to White. Tysian White throws the ball away. Loose ball picked up by Smiley. He'll get it to Kendall. JD in the front court. In the corner finds Custard. Fakes the three. Now a skip pass to the far side to Smiley. In the paint to Furnish. His turnaround shot from the block is no good. And down with the rebound will be Downey. As he comes up the floor, a foul on Custard going for the steal. The Breads will have their senior night tomorrow night, just before the varsity game against Augusta. Of course, only one true senior, that being Blaine Biddle. Across the timeline comes Ashford. Gets over on the far side in front of the stable to White. White gets it up top to Ashford for three. Off the rim, no good. And Kendall wades in there to get the rebound. He'll get it into the front court to Custard in a hurry. Caden flips it to Kendall in between the circles. Now he'll get it back on the near side of that midcourt circle to Caden. Custard calls out the play as he flips the ball to the far hash mark to Harris. Gives it to Kendall, now to Custard. Custard in the corner finds Smiley. His pass inside's knocked away, and the loose ball picked up by Ransom of Paris. Ransom gets the ball to White. His long three is going to be short. Long rebound is going to be picked up by Harris. Richard then throws the ball away. Right to White. White on the right side has his pocket picked by Custard. 1-on-2 break. Caden to the basket. His layup is going to rattle in there good. And Harrison County's lead grows to 4-0 after that steal and bucket by our point guard.
Ragged play, pretty much.
Yeah, so far. Hopefully it'll improve as time goes along.
Paris has attempted all three threes.
And here's another steal by Custard. Goes up the floor. His layup is short. Rebound pulled down this time by White. That time Caden just short-armed it. With the basketball up the far sideline comes Ashford. Now we got an injury on the play as Ransom. Looks like he might have got poked in the eye or maybe the mouth. Checking out the upper lip there to see if it's bleeding. Referee going over there to see if there's anything wrong. And it appears as though that Ransom's going to be fine. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514, and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. With the basketball into the front court comes White. He'll dish it off inside the center circle to Ashford. Ashford to the far sideline to Ransom. Now back to the near side to Ashford in the corner. He'll find Downey. Downey back near the center stripe to Ransom. Ransom being guarded man-to-man by Custard. Ransom makes his move, gets it to the top of the key, into the hands of White. His leaner is good. Tysian White gets his team on the scoreboard with the runner. Makes it a 4-2 Harrison County lead. 5:04 left in this first quarter. With the basketball, Custard on the wing finds Kendall. He'll fire a three, too long. Rebound on the offside, picked up by Tysian White. White to Ransom. Ransom races up the floor, drops the ball, picks it back up, gets it on the near side to Roberts for a long three, which scoots off the far side of the rim and into the hands of Mason Smiley. Smiley brings the ball in the front court, gets it to Custard on the wing. Down low to Furnish, who misses the layup. Rebound pulled down by Downey. Downey gives the ball to Ransom. Ransom in the front court, goes to the elbow, to the block. His shot's going to be no good, but a foul is going to be called, and I believe it's going to be on Will Furnish. Make for double sure, and it will be on Will. That will send Ransom to the line for the first time tonight on the year. Ransom is a 56% free throw shooter. First free throw by the sophomore is good. Narrows the gap to 4-3. Checking in the game now for Harrison is going to be Garrett Wilson. Wilson, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 3.8 points a game. Second free throw upcoming for Ransom with 4:27 on the clock. Second free throw also is good, and we're knotted up at 4-4. As Mike said, a little ragged playing so far here in the first quarter.
As hot as we shot at Robertson County was the opposite of this.
Wilson at the foul line, spins, fakes, goes in for the awkward layup, and it's good. He was basically facing the other direction when he let that ball go, but somehow or another it went down the hole, giving Harrison County the lead back. You have to watch the replay of that one.
I see what the other guys' problems were. They were looking at the basket.
Right.
Yeah.
Midway through the first quarter, Harrison leads 6-4. Paris has the basketball. Ashford in the corner finds Roberts. Roberts back up top to White, now to Ransom in between the circles. Ransom looking for help as he's picked up his dribble. Still in trouble. Nobody's coming to help him. Finally, at the top of the key, finds Roberts. Roberts spins, and as he spins, he takes a little travel.
It's 4 turnovers
Coming
already
in.
for Paris.
Do what?
Four turnovers
Oh, already.
already for Paris.
Wow. In the game for Harrison, Braylon Hinton. Hinton, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 7.6 points a game, checking in for Kendall. Facing some token pressure by Paris. The inbounds pass comes to Smiley. He'll get it now to Hinton. Hinton to Smiley. In the front court to Wilson on the left side. Wilson back to Smiley in between the circles. Now he'll make a move to the elbow and nearly threw it away, but the loose ball is picked up by Custard. Down on the baseline to Wilson. Wilson to Harris, and the layup is good. Good interior passing that time by the Thoroughbreds as they've taken an 8-4 lead, doubling up our friends from down in the Paris area. After that layup, 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. With the basketball, Ransom in the front court. Gets it over to the far hash mark in front of the stable to Ashford. Ashford in the corner finds Downey. Downey back up top to Ashford. A floater in the lane, good. First points of the night for the 8th grader. Gets his team back to within 2 at 8-6. Up the floor with the basketball. Here come the Breds in a hurry. Hinton to the basket. Layup is good. Nice drive that time by Braylon. As Harrison County's lead goes back out to 4 at 10-6. We've got 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. In the front court, White throws the ball away. Steal by Wilson. Wilson gets the ball to Custard. Up the floor and into the front court at the top of the key. Down on the block to Harris to the basket. Good. Richard Harris, who tied his career high with 18 points against Robertson, already has 6 here in this game as Harrison's lead the largest at 12-6 as we've doubled up the Greyhounds. Ransom from the elbow, down low, gets the ball into the hands of Downey, who lays it in. Well, these guys aren't going away. Harrison County's lead back down to 4 at 12-8. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Out top of the basketball, Wilson flips the ball to the near side to Hinton. Back up top to Wilson again to the far hash mark to Custard. Custard now approaching the big court circle, slowing things down a bit. Looks over the 2-3 Paris zone. Pass on the baseline to Harris. Richard back up top to Hinton. Now to Smiley. Back to Hinton on the wing. Braylon tries a pass to Harris. A little too hot to handle. Goes out of bounds. The turnover, give the ball back to Paris. Checking in now for Harrison County is Cliffy McIlvain. McIlvain, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 2.5 points a game. If you'll remember, he had a career-high 14 points, including 4 trays in the win over Robertson County.
Cliffy had a game of his life so far.
He sure did. Also coming in, Elijah Harris, 5'7 sophomore, averaging 1.5 points, and has played very well over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Ashford with the basketball. Gets it in the front court on the wing on the far side to Ransom. Ransom goes into the paint, drops the ball, picks it back up, and travels. Sure did. So give the ball back to Harrison County. He was looking for contact, but Garrett Wilson backed off on him, which actually caused the travel.
That's 6 first quarter turnovers for Paris.
Not going to win that way. and might explain partially why they're 5-15. With the basketball, McIlvain to Hinton. Hinton back to McIlvain. Lobs in the front court to Wilson, to Elijah Harris. Elijah will bring it back in between the circles to reset the offense. Looks at the clock and sees there's 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Elijah now makes his move to the top of the key. Pass to the right side off the foot of McIlvain, but the loose ball picked up by Elijah Harris. Elijah inside the center circle, now moves to the near side of that circle, gets it on the wing to McIlvain. McIlvain to the elbow to Garrett Wilson. Turnaround jumpers way off the mark, and this time Roberts comes down with the rebound. Down by 4, here come the Hounds. Ransom gets the ball in the paint this time, and laying it up no good is Roberts, and we're going to have a foul called on Harrison County. That foul is going to be assessed to Hinton. That'll be Braylon's first, as J.D. Kendall will check in for the final 28 seconds of this first quarter, and Richard Harris will check out. From his own baseline after the common foul, Ransom gets the ball to Ashford from the corner, and open three, good. You can't leave anybody open on this Paris squad as they draw back to within one at 12-11 on the long three by Ashford.
He was wide open, too.
Yeah. Just 13 seconds left in the quarter. Here's a bad pass inside. Loose ball being chased after and goes out of bounds. Last touched by Paris, or by Harrison County, they're going to say. It looked like that Roberts touched it last from here, but not the case. 7 seconds left. Paris down by 1 with the basketball. Ashford races into the front court. Stops on the wing in front of the stable. Fires up a long three. Banks off. No good. And that's the way that the first quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 12 and Paris 11. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, the Paris Greyhounds score the last 5 points of the first quarter to take what was a 6-point deficit and cut it down to 1. Harrison with the lead will have the ball to begin the second quarter. Inbounds pass will come to Elijah Harris. Elijah looking for someone to pass to, now takes the ball to the wing himself and gives the ball to McIlvain. McIlvain in the corner finds Kendall. Kendall back up top to Hinton, thought about the three, turns it down, goes into the paint, pulls up for a 15-footer good. 4 points for Braylon as Harrison County's lead goes back out to 3. In the front court with the basketball. Shot put up no good. Rebound pulled down by Elijah Harris, who races into the front court. Harris circles back around. Surveys the defense. Now makes his move to the right side where he'll hand the ball to Hinton. Hinton bobbled it. Goes baseline. 8-footer good. Couple of quick baskets for Braylon here in the second quarter. It put his team back up by 5, 16-11. Into the front court with the basketball will come the Greyhounds. We played a minute in the second quarter. Up top, Downey. Right side, Ashford. Ashford picks up his dribble in front of the Harrison bench. Now flips it to Ransom in between the circles. Ransom nearly lost the ball. Now double team. A lot of contact, no call, and now there will be a call. We're going to have a foul on
Cliffy
McIlvain, yeah. So McIlvain picks up his first personal.
There's a lot of contact. There's a lot of contact out there.
Yeah.
This coach is doing a lot of complaining about it. We better back it off a little bit, maybe.
Here's a pass that is going to be tipped by Harrison County and goes out of bounds. In the game now for Paris, Cordray Patterson. Patterson, a 5'9" sophomore, averaging 1.6 points a game.
Stocky young fellow.
Just a little stocky, yeah. Surprised he doesn't play football.
Looked like a coach, though.
Inbounds pass will come to Ashford, and now a whistle away from the ball. And an illegal screen was set by the aforementioned Patterson. That'll be his first. Also in the game right now for Paris is, I think it's number 13. Yeah, Jaden Marks. Marks, a 5'10 junior, averaging 11.4 points per game off the bench. Elijah Harris in the front court with the basketball. Moves to the right side, finds Hinton. Hinton goes baseline, pulls up for another 10-footer. This one is way too long. Didn't hit anything, and Downey on the offside gets the rebound. Up the floor comes Ransom. Ransom on the baseline to Patterson. Pushes off Kendall, no call. Now lobs the ball back on the wing to Ransom, who will fire a three. Bounces off, no. McIlvain with the rebound for the Reds. In the front court finds Wilson on the baseline. Wilson goes to the block. His shot no good, but he's fouled. And Garrett got popped in the forehead, I think, when he went down. Foul's going to be called on Patterson, and there's 2 quick fouls on Cordray Patterson.
So he got his money's worth on that one.
Yeah, he sure did. Wilson going to the line for the first time tonight on the year, a 65% free throw shooter. With 6:09 left to go in the first half, the sophomore takes a long breath, and it must have worked as the ball hit off of the back iron, laid there for a second, and then came off. Cameron Lilly now checks in for Paris. He's a 5'9 senior, averaging 3.7 points a game. 17-11. Garrett can give his team its biggest lead of the night if he can make this free throw here, which he does not. Rebound pulled in by Downey. He's got 4 rebounds already. Into the front court comes Ransom. Ransom in between the circles, lobs the ball to the elbow extended to Marks. Marks races into the paint, flips up a shot. It's no good, but he's fouled. And Marks will go to the line for a couple.
It's Hinton second.
So Braylon with 2, the first thoroughbred with multiple fouls. This will be Marks' first time to the line on the year. He is 8 out of 9. That's 89%.
Marks and that other big fella that came in the game look for contact when they're in there.
Makes the first free throw to cut the lead down to 17-12. 5:55 on the clock. Second free throw by the junior is also good. Harrison County up now by 4, 17-13. Elijah Harris with the basketball across the timeline, the middle of the floor, gets it on the wing to Kendall. Kendall races down to the block. His shot off the glass is good, and he's fouled. And JD has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul is on Patterson, and that'll be Cordray Patterson's third. Coming in the ball game or about to return will be Custard and Smiley for Harrison County. 5:44 on the clock. Harrison County trying to take a 7-point lead. Kendall on the year from the line, 58%. Something to work on during the offseason. Free throws up and no good. Rebound pulled down this time by Cameron Lilly. In the front court with the basketball comes Ransom. Ransom crossover dribble, moves to the elbow, fall away jumper, good. Ransom with his 4th point. Keeps the pressure on as he gets his team back to within 4. Here's a long 3, no good. Hinton with the putback, no. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Custard, and his putback is good. Good offensive board work that time by Caden. Makes it a 21-15 score. Put back. 5:04 left on the clock. Now we've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be called on Smiley. That'll be Mason's first. And we'll send Ransom back to the line where he's already 2 for 2. Harrison County led by just 1 point at the quarter break. Right now up by 6. But make it 5 after that first free throw is good. Back in the game, Richard Harris returns for the Thoroughbreds.
Paris gets a lot of penetration on their offense.
Sure does. 5:04 on the clock. Second free throw by Ransom is going to be off the front of the rim, no good. And Custard comes down with the rebound. In the front court with the basketball, Kendall in between the circles of Hinton. Hinton backs up near the center circle. Now pass to the left side, long range to Custard. Custard measuring Ransom, now moves to the elbow, goes into the paint, kicks it back on the wing to Smiley. Smiley, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, good. First points of the game for Mason. Came at a good time. As Harrison County now leads 23-16. Now with the basketball, Smiley in the front court to Kendall to the basket. Layup good. And right now, Harrison County controlling the tempo and starting to speed it up way beyond what Paris obviously is used to. Harrison County's lead now 25-16. 4:15 on the clock in the second quarter. Now almost another steal. Here's a pass down low to Patterson, and shot's good. So Cordray Patterson with his first points of the night on the layup gets his team back to within 7 at 25-18. Midway through the second quarter. Here's a shot put up by Kendall, no good. Rebound by Marks. Marks into the front court, pushes off, no call. Pushes off again, no call. And this time they're going to call him for traveling. So give the ball back to the Breads as Will Furnish checks back in for Hinton. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. And now a technical foul has been called. Is it on Patterson?
13.
On 13, that's Marks. So that'll also be a personal foul on Marks. Must have said the magic word.
He must have said several of them
Yeah.
because he was continuing to talk as he came up the floor.
Going to the line will be Custer to shoot the technical free throws. Caden on the year, a 72% free throw shooter. Coach Baker asking the official what it was that Mark said that got him in trouble. First free throw by Caden is off the mark, no good. He'll have another crack at it.
Well, we're 1 for 4 from the foul line.
Just being consistent. Gosh, that makes us now 27 for our last 66 from the line. Second free throw by Caden is going to be good. So Harrison County's lead goes to 26-18. They played by as many as 9 points. And Harrison County will have the ball as well after that technical foul. With the basketball across the timeline comes Custard in the middle of the floor. Paris extending that 2-3 zone a bit, as going out to guard Custard a little bit stronger will be Lilly. Here's a pass intended for Kendall. It's going to be stolen away by Ransom. And as Ransom goes towards the basket, he's going to be fouled by Kendall. That'll be JD's first personal foul. And we'll send Ransom to the line for one in the bonus. Yeah. Ransom 3 for 4 from the line. Leads his team with 5 points. Makes it now 6. Harrison County's lead goes to 7 at 26-19. 3.5 left to go in the first half. Second free throw is going to rim out. Furnish with the rebound for Harrison. And bring it to the front court, or gives the ball to Kendall, who brings it into the front court. Gets to Custard on the near sideline near the hash. Now to Smiley. Left side long range to Kendall. Back between the circles to Custard. To the right side to Smiley. Mason looks inside. Nothing there. Lobs to Kendall in between the circles. Now to the left side. Long range to Custard. Now skip pass to the near side to Kendall. Down low. Tries a pass to Harris. Knocked out of bounds by Downey. Good play that time by Downey to get that ball away from Harris. Would have been an easy layup.
Paris is making a real effort to make us have to beat him from outside.
Kendall in the corner finds Custard up top to Richard. Harris down on the block. Ball is misplayed by Furnish. Steal by Paris. Up the floor comes Lilly. Gets the ball to White. White back to Ransom. Ransom moves into the paint. A floater is going to be no good. And are we going to have a foul? Yep, we're going to have another foul. Foul's going to be called on Custard. That'll be Caden's second. So back to the line where he's made a living tonight. It'll be Jakari Ransom. He's 4 out of 6. His team right now down by 7. First free throw is good. Elijah Harris checks back in for the Breads. 26-20 now your score. Second free throw for Ransom, who leads the team with nearly 15 points a game. Already halfway there, or more than halfway with 8, as Malachi Ashford returns to the floor. 26-21, Harrison County's one-time 9-point lead is down to 5. Cross timeline come the Breads. Kendall up top to Smiley. To the left side finds Elijah Harris. Now gets the ball inside the center circle to Kendall. Pass to the right side to Smiley in front of the Paris bench. Back up top to Elijah Harris. Now a bounce pass to the right side to Smiley. Kicks it up top to Elijah. To the left side to Kendall for three. Good! Give the assist to Elijah Harris. The points to J.D. Kendall, who now has 7. And Harrison County's lead goes to 29-21. Up the floor with 2:18 left to go in the first half will be Ashford. Trying to get away from Elijah Harris's defense. Flips it over to the far sideline to Lilly. Lilly between the legs dribble. Goes to the elbow. Almost lost it. And now they're going to say a timeout called by Paris. It'll be just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 2:06 left to go in the first half. Harrison County leads 29-21, and I don't know, we just don't look as sharp as we did against Robertson.
We're not. Offensively, we're moving the ball pretty good. Really, their defense is kind of, it's a 2-3 zone. It's kind of baffled us since early in the game when we got some easy chances underneath when Richard Harris was driving with the ball inside. But defensively, we're doing a good job of trying to cut off the pass and everything, but we're slapping too much.
Yeah.
We've had both of Hinton's fouls have been slapped. So is Caden's. So
right.
we can't. And this guy's working the officials up and down the floor every time. He's calling for fouls for contact, and they're bound to call some of them. We're going to have to back off a little bit and just play defense.
No doubt. Well, if you've been thinking about a farmer machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Just a couple of minutes left to go in the first half. Paris down by 8. We did have a tie early, but for the most part, Harrison County has led. Inbounds pass goes to the backcourt to Ashford. Ashford back into the front court. 8th grader puts it to the left side into the hands of White. Baseline, long shot, no good. Rebound on the offside, picked up by Kendall. J.D. gets down on the baseline to Harris. Richard's shot, no good. Furnish gets the rebound for the Breads and then has the ball taken away from him. Into the front court comes Lilly. Long NBA three by Ashford off to the right. Furnish with the rebound, his 4th of the night. He'll get the ball to Kendall. Kendall in the front court on the right side, stops. Now almost has the ball taken away by Ashford, and they're going to call a foul now on Ashford, his first. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235. Thank you, Ryan.
Snap, sorry. I was watching who they subbed there.
And I'm sure that Laura was thinking snap. With the basketball, Harrison County Smiley to the foul line to Furnish. Try to pass down low, but it's knocked away by Downey. I bet you Downey's got already a half a dozen deflections. Ransom at the foul line, throws the ball away right to Kendall. J.D. up the floor, 1-on-3, falls down. Loose ball, picked up by Ashford. Ashford will now jog the ball into the front court. His team still trailing 29-21. A minute 10 left to go in the first half. From the corner, Aiden Roberts' three is too long. Rebound 4, and Downey comes up with it. Back out top to Ashford. Ashford to Roberts to Ransom. Now back to the left side, long range to Ashford again. He'll back up to reset the offense. Ashford being guarded closely by Elijah Harris, brings the ball between the circles, goes to the elbow, backs up for a shot, and it's going to roll off, and Richard Harris has the board. So a good offensive possession for Paris, except they didn't score.
Young fella worked awful hard for that shot.
Yeah. Elijah Harris with the basketball, looks at the clock. There's 30 seconds left. Inside the center circle, now reverses. Now picks up his dribble and gets it on the near side to Kendall. Skip pass to Smiley. Smiley down on the baseline, tries to pass to Harris, knocked away and stolen by Paris. Outlet pass to Ashford. His layup is good. 7 points for Ashford here in the first half. That went after a steal. And Harrison County's lead back down to 6 at 29-23 with just 6 seconds left. And now the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Harrison will maintain possession with 4.5 seconds left now, as Hinton and Wilson return to the floor. Inbounding the ball from the hash mark right in front of the Paris bench will be Hinton. Hinton gets it to the top of the key to Wilson. Back to Hinton. He'll fire a three. Air ball. Offside rebound pulled down by White. His length of the floor shot is way off the mark. And that's the way that the first half will end. With your score, Harrison County 29, Paris 23. We invite you to stay tuned now for our halftime show, brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from the first half of this first game of a girl-boy doubleheader on Philly's senior night. We'll come back with all that information right after this timeout. But once again, here on the Hilltop, your halftime score in game number 1, Harrison County 29, Paris 23. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Maysville Community and Technical College is open and ready, with on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a 4-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Back up here at the Hilltop, Harrison County in the first game of this girl-boy doubleheader leads the Paris Greyhounds 29-23. The Breds have led by as many as 9 points, but it seems like every time we take a little bit of a lead, Paris answers, and right now the game's still very much in doubt. Taking a look at the individual scoring, first for Paris, they're paced in the first half by Jakari Ransom, who has 8 points here at the break. 7 of those 8 coming, or actually 6 of those 8 coming from the free throw line. 7 points for Malachi Ashford, including a tray. Also scoring tonight for Paris with 2 points each are Kentarian Downey, Jaden Marks, Tyzian White, as well as Cordray Patterson. Also playing but not scoring, Cameron Lilly, as well as Aiden Roberts. Meanwhile, Harrison County led in scoring in the first half by J.D. Kendall, who has 7 points here at the break, including a tray. All 7 of J.D.'s points came in the second quarter. 6 points each for both Richard Harris and Braylon Hinton. 5 points for Caden Custard. Also scoring for the Breds, Garrett Wilson has 3, and Mason Smiley has a deuce. 3 players got into the game but did not score, them being Will Furnish, Elijah Harris, and Cliffy McIlvain. That's the way the individual numbers look. We'll take a break and come back and have Mike take a look at the team stats. That's coming up after this timeout. But once again, your halftime score, Harrison County 29, Paris 23. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCY.
Okay, we're up here on the hilltop with the Thoroughbreds, 29-23 leaders at halftime over the Paris Greyhounds. Here's how that happened. For Paris, they shot the ball 22 times, made 7 of them for 31.8%. 1 out of 9 from the three-point line for 11%. We should encourage them to shoot more of those. 10 foul shots, made 8 of them for 80%. 10 turnovers, 11 rebounds, 10 defensive, and 1 offensive rebound. They got it late in the second half, or in the second quarter. For the Thoroughbreds, shot the ball 25 times. That's 3 more than Paris. Made 13 of them for 52%. 1 out of 4 three-pointers for 25%. 2 out of 5 from the foul line for 40%. 9 turnovers, which is a concern because their defense is okay, but they're playing a zone.
That's right, yeah. You shouldn't make 9 turnovers against a 2-3 zone.
No. And 14 rebounds, 3 offensive and 11 defensive. So we ought to be dominating this team on the boards. We're not. They're more physical than us. Instead, when Richard's in the game.
Right. We're just, we're just not being aggressors for whatever reason.
We're waiting for the ball to come to us.
Yes.
And it's not. Because number 4, the big, tall, thin boy, is getting a lot of rebounds. Yeah. And he don't wait for it to come to him.
No, he goes and gets it.
Yeah, so we got to quit doing that and start, making better passes. Some of our passes just been terrible.
Yes.
We make a big when Caden gets in foul trouble. Harris is doing everything he can, but he's not Caden.
Right.
And we need Caden out there on the floor. He's got to quit slapping at the ball.
Yeah. All righty, both teams are back out on the floor going through some halftime warm-ups. We invite you to stay tuned as we'll come back for the second half of this game between the Breds and the Greyhounds. Right now, Harrison County leads 29-23. You're listening to Harrison County Basketball on WCY. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. We're just a moments away from beginning the second half of this contest, the first of a boy-girl doubleheader. Well, if you had not heard, our girls bowling team did extremely very well at the state competition in Louisville back on Monday. Harrison County finished in the top 4 in the state of Kentucky as they lost in the semifinals to eventual state champions Graves County. Harrison County beat Bryan Station as well as Louisville Mercy on the way to the Final Four. So kudos to our girls bowling team for coming in as one of the top 4 teams in the state. Meanwhile, the wrestling team, the girls state tournament, which was supposed to have been held this past weekend because of the weather, they postponed that to President's Day, which is on February the 21st. Now on Saturday, the boys will be involved in the Region 6 tournament. So best of luck to that coming up. And the archery team on Saturday also will be in a competition up at Pendleton County. So that kind of gets you caught up with what the winter sports are doing right now. As we begin the second half, Harrison County with a 6-point lead, but Paris will have the ball. Inbounds pass comes to Ashford. Ashford with 7 points in that first half, doing very well as an 8th grader. Being guarded by Smiley, trying to get away from Mason. Now dishes it to the top of the key to Downey. Downey to Ransom. Ransom, a floater, blocked by Kendall. Rebound pulled down by Smiley, and here come the Breds. Smiley up top to Custard. Gets it on the elbow, extended to Harris. That's Richard. Baseline 10-footer by Kendall is very short, but JD gets the rebound and then throws it into the backcourt. You know, we've probably half a dozen times.
10
They made a
turnovers.
great play and then almost immediately turned it over.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Garrett Wilson will check back in for the Breads as Richard Harris will have a seat. Ball in the hands of the Paris Greyhounds on their end of the floor after that turnover. From his own baseline, Tyzian White will give way to Jakari Ransom, who will inbounds the ball. He'll get it in the corner to Ashford. Ashford to the top of the key to Roberts. Over to the left side, finds Ransom again. Ransom, guarded by Custard, spins, goes to the elbow. Follow-away jumper is going to bounce off the front of the rim, no good, and Kendall comes away with the rebound. That's 4 for him in the game. And then he falls down. Loose ball picked up by Paris. Going to the basket and missing the shot is White. Rebound pulled down by Custard. Caden races into the front court. Now we'll back it back out again. In the corner finds Kendall open for 3. Good! JD doing a nice job that time of catching and pitching that ball towards the basket in tempo, and that's exactly what you want to see on those kind of shots as Harrison County's lead equals its largest at 32-23. 6:44 left to go here in the third quarter. Here's a 3 fired up, no good by White. Ransom with the rebound, powers it back up, no. And this time Furnish rips the ball away. I like seeing Will get the rebounds that way. Into the front court come the Breads. Wilson picks up a loose ball, goes to the basket, flips it to Kendall from the block. Hook shot bounces in. Nice hook shot from JD, and Harrison County has its biggest lead of the night so far at 34-23. Timeout called by the Parisians. So they're going to be a 30 or a full, and they're going to say just a 30. So we'll keep it right here. But Mike, it seems like we got some renewed energy here in the first couple of minutes of this third quarter.
We do. We're hitting the boards a little harder, and Paris coach don't like it. He called this timeout to complain to the officials, which does you absolutely no good. But, his kids are missing a lot of contested shots.
Yeah.
And, they're smaller than Harrison County. They're going to be shooting against hands.
Right.
And that's just part of it. It don't necessarily mean you're fouled just because you you shoot the ball short and against a taller player.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just don't understand. He's got a young team. He's got a young 8th grade guard who does a good job against a pretty heavy pressure. He needs to, I think worry less about the officiating. They're not going to check. Oh, well, wait a minute, we'll take that back. So I just don't understand that.
Oh, you see it all the time,
I know.
though.
I never have understood. I
still don't understand. Yeah, you saw it up close and personal on the football field.
Yes.
Out of the timeout.
Did
Ransom.
no good there, I'll tell you.
Yeah, probably even did less. Roberts to Ransom to Ashford on the right side. Ashford goes to the foul line, kicks it in the corner. Here's a long 3, no good by Roberts. Rebound by Kendall again. JD fighting him on the glass. In the front court, right side, Smiley for a tray, too long. Rebound comes all the way out to Ashford. He'll bring it into the front court and resets the offense as he gets the ball to Ransom. Wide open for a 3. This one's way too short, and Smiley gets the rebound. In the front court, Wilson spins in the paint, puts up a shot, blocked by Downey. Custer gets the rebound, misses the shot. Rebound on the floor being fought for, and finally grabbed by Ransom, and he'll come up the floor into the front court. Gets it in the corner. Here's a 3 tried by Ashford. No good again, and Smiley gets the rebound again. He'll pitch it to Kendall. In the front court, JD on the left side. Steps inside the arc to Wilson. Underneath the basket to Furnish, who lays it in. Good pass that time by Garrett. Furnish has his first points of the game, and Harrison County's lead now grows to 36-23.
This team's 1 for 13 from the three-point line. They keep shooting them.
Well, that's about their only hope. They can't fight us inside.
That's true.
Ransom with the basketball behind the back dribble, goes to the right elbow, shot blocked by Furnish, and Furnish gets the rebound as well, and then throws it away. Tyzian White, baseline pass to Ashford, flips it up. Furnish with the block and the rebound. And now we're going to have a foul called on Paris. Wow. Yeah, that shows the maturity that Will Furnish is getting as a basketball player. He's not blocking it just to be blocking it. Those last 2 blocks were controlled blocks to where the ball came right to him. And that's what you love to see. Kendall gets the ball to Smiley against token pressure by Paris. In the front court to Wilson in front of the stable. Wilson goes baseline, down the block, finds Furnish. He's being fouled all over the place, gets the ball to Custard, spins at the block, forces up a shot, but it's good. 7 points now for Caden as Harrison County's lead grows to 38-23. Harrison scored the first 9 points of this second half. We approach the midway point of the third quarter. Ashford to White to Downey, stolen by Custard. Custard goes all the way the other way and lays it in. Nice job that time by Caden. 40-23 now your score. This game was close not 3 minutes ago.
Well, they haven't scored in this half, so
Right. With the basketball up top is White. Moves into the paint. A leaner is too strong, but they're going to call Furnish on the foul. That'll be Will's second personal. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Going to the line will be Tysian White. That'll be his first free throw of the night. White on the season, a 59% free throw shooter. Came in averaging 10, has 2 tonight. With 3:49 on the clock. Looking for his team's first point of the second half, and it's good. Back in the game, Patterson returns, as does Hinton for Harrison County. That free throw stops Harrison County's 11-0 run to start things here in the second half. Second free throw for the senior is going to spin around the rim and come out. Rebound pulled down by Ransom. Here's a pass inside, picked off by Custard. Outlet pass to Hinton, who lays it up and in. Braylon with his 8th point. Harrison County keeps on rocking along. And now shot put in by Roberts. His first of the night. 3:23 left on the clock. Here's a pass down low to Furnish from the block. Hook shot goes in. Will with a big shot there. Makes it a 44-27 Harrison lead. With the basketball, Ashford hands it off to Ransom. Falls down, picks it back up again. Now charges into Custard. Good job that time by Caden. As Ransom picks up his first personal foul.
this coach is about to pick up a technical foul.
Yeah, he's trying real hard to get one. McElvain checks back in. Now a timeout called by Paris. We'll take it as well. 3:01 left to go in the third. Your score, Harrison County 44, Paris 27. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCY. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, Harrison County leads by a score of 44-27 out of the timeout. Coach Baker still talking to the official, which he did the entire timeout time. Harrison with the basketball. Inbounds pass will come this time to Hinton. Hinton gives the ball to Custard. Custard into the front court. Now gets down the far side. Here's a pass down to the block to Furnish. His hook shot off the iron, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Will working that offensive glass tonight. Has 6 points and 7 rebounds. Another nice night for the big guy. 46-27 now your score. 2.5 left to go. Here's a leaner put up, no good by White. And the rebound is going to be pulled in by Garrett Wilson. Good job by McElvain to keep the ball alive. Wilson in the front court. Gets it on the block to Hinton, who lays it in. Good job, Garrett. Excellent assist there. Hinton with his 10th point. And Harrison's running away with this thing, leading 48-27.
A lot of that was because the coach all does is referee. And his kids, they complain and cry.
Here's a shot blocked by Furnish, and Furnish gets the rebound as well. In the front court from the foul line, Custer jump shot good. 11 points now for Caden. As Harrison County's tempo is good, and we're taking good shots as well. Under a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Here's a skip pass to the far side to Roberts, up top to Ashford. Ashford takes the dribble inside the center circle, now moves to the right side and gets it in front of the bench of Paris to White. White's shot blocked again. Rebound pulled in this time by Custard. In the front court, Custard down on the block to Furnish, off the glass and good. Will with 8 points now. Dominating inside as he should. 52-27 now your score. With just a minute left to go in the third. It's been a Harrison County third quarter for sure.
Coach Brooks had to talk some defense at the halftime again.
Yeah, obviously. We're playing with more energy. Now a steal by Custard. Caden goes to the basket, lays it in, and he is fouled. And will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play as Aiden Roberts committed the foul. Elijah Harris and J.D. Kendall check in for Harrison. Also, Jaden Marks and Kentarian Downey come in for Paris, as does Cameron Lilly. Custard 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Trying to put his team up by 28 if he is successful with 49 seconds left. And it's good. Elijah Harris will check in now as well. Wow.
Brings us up to 50% from the foul line.
Yeah. Harrison County now 26-3 have outscored Paris here in the third. Wow, it's a different team.
It's actually 4. They made a 3 and a foul.
Oh, okay. With the basketball in the paint, a leaner is no good by Marks. And J.D. Kendall, who's had a nice night on the glass, gets the rebound as well. Here's a shot put up by Wilson, no good. Hinton with the offensive board, no. And now Ransom into the front court with the basketball. Come the Greyhounds. And a loose ball on the floor. We're going to have bodies hitting the floor. And it's going to be a foul on Paris again. This time on Tyzian White.
Yeah, 23. Okay. Yeah.
So 21 seconds left. Harrison with the ball. 55-27. In the front court with the basketball will come Elijah Harris. Guarded by Lilly inside the center circle. Now Elijah makes his move to the right side. Now reverses back in between the circles. Now picks up his dribble with 5 seconds left. He's in trouble. Looking for help. On the corner finds Kendall for 3. Very short. And that is the way that the third quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 55, Paris 27. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County outscores the Paris Greyhounds 26-4 in that third quarter, and now have a good-sized lead at 55-27. Came in about a 21-point favorite, so we're just about there. Well, if you've been thinking about a farm and machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Inbounds pass by Hinton is going to be off the fingertips of Kendall out of bounds. So give the ball back to Paris. And that will prompt a timeout from Coach Brooks, who did not like that at all. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And I'm not sure what Coach was looking for, but that wasn't it.
No, and that's actually 13 turnovers for us in this game, which is too many.
Yes.
And many unforced ones like that one.
In between the silly turnovers and the missed free throws, we're not going to go very far in the tournament if we keep on doing that.
We got to quit that. And that's just lack of concentration.
Yeah.
Things are going good. They made 4 whole points that quarter. They're not any threat. They're
put in cruise control.
Yeah, but you can't cruise because you got to be ready to play the next team that's better than you.
Oh yeah. Including tomorrow night, because Augusta won't let us get away with this stuff.
No, Augusta will play hard.
Yes, they will. And they're very well coached, and so they're going to take advantage of every time that we mess up, as many times as we messed up tonight. Checking the time. Yes. Actually, I think it should be close to. Yeah, that's about right, because all we had was a tip ball. Yeah, that's right. Ransom comes into the front court with the ball to Lilly, to Downey. Downey in the paint, goes to the basket. Layup is no good. Kendall with yet another rebound. That gives him 7 on the night. In the front court, Hinton to Elijah. Back to Hinton, up top to Kendall in the corner. McElvain open for 3. Good! Give the assist to J.D. Kendall as McElvain buries a tray. As Harrison County extends the lead to 58 to 27 here in the early moments of the fourth quarter. With the basketball, Ransom to the left side, finds Marks, ball fake, goes baseline, and now has the ball bounce off his own knee and out of bounds, as they've had multiple turnovers tonight as well.
They have. Right now they have 14, we have 13.
Elijah Harris will walk the ball up the floor and into the front court. Angles to the left, in the corner, finds Hinton for 3, off the back iron, no good, and Downey goes up for a rebound. He's had a nice night on the boards with 6. Into the front court with the basketball comes Marks. Lobs it down low for Downey, partially blocked by Wilson, I think, and Kendall gets the rebound. Garrett with the big block down low. In the front court, shot put up by Wilson, no good, but I think we got a foul on Paris. And we do, and it's on Lilly. It'll be Cameron Lilly's first personal foul. And now we'll have free throws to be shot. And it's Garrett Wilson, who didn't realize that he was the shooter.
He called it that was a late whistle.
It was, yeah. Wilson 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Has 3 points altogether, which is his average. Now exceeds his average as he makes that first free throw. Makes it 59 to 27 with 6:45 left. Second free throw is no good, and Lilly comes down with the rebound. Into the front court come the Greyhounds. Now a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Cliffy McElvain. That'll be McElvain's second. Back in the game now. Returning comes David Wist. Harrison County on defense still. From his own baseline, Lilly will trigger the inbounds pass. Lilly looking for someone to pass to. Now fires a long lob into the backcourt, picked off by Hinton. Good timing that time on his jump by Braylon. Kicks it down the baseline to Kendall on the wing to Elijah Harris. Elijah will back it back out again to reset the offense. Now looking inside, all his people get where they're supposed to go. He'll hand it off to McElvain. McElvain in the corner to Braylon Hinton for a 3. No good, but he's fouled. And Braylon will go to the line for 3 free throws. That foul's on Tysie and White, and that'll be White's second. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
Thank you.
Paying attention at that.
Glad to hear it. Hitting at the line this year, a 78% free throw shooter. Not too shabby. First free throw for the sophomore, rolls in there for his 11th point. Extends his team's lead to an even 60 to 27. 6:18 left. Second free throw for Braylon is off the front of the rim. He'll have another since he was fouled beyond the arc. Checking in for Harrison County, Kason Wright. Wright, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 0.8 points a game. Patterson back in for Paris. Also making his first appearance of the night, Christian Blackwell. Blackwell, a 6' junior, averaging 2.1 points a game. Hinton with free throw number 3 coming up. It's on the way, and this one bounces off. And Lilly gets the rebound as our struggles from the line continue.
Below 50% again tonight.
Lilly to the left side.
Really.
Kicks it to Dylan Vasevich, who's in the game. Vasevich, a 5'5 senior, averaging 1.9.
Harrison was on 13. Elijah Harris hits first.
Elijah Harris picks up this first personal foul. Now in the game for Harrison, Corbin Gilkey. Corbin Gilkey, a 5'8 sophomore who's yet to score this year.
This might be the night.
Yes, tonight will be the night. Guarantee it. Lilly with the basketball, launches it into the corner to Blackwell. Blackwell almost fell down, gets the ball to Patterson at the foul line, banks it in off the little square there for his 4th point. So up the floor with a 60-29 lead will come the Breds. 5:46 on the clock. Wright with the basketball, goes in the paint, kicks on the far side to Elijah, who traveled. Was trying to line up Lilly, and Lilly wouldn't move, so Elijah picked up his pivot foot. So Harrison County goes back on D. Paris about to go down to defeat for the 16th time in 21 tries. Here's an NBA 3 by Lilly off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Blackwell. Now the ball is going to be a tie-up, alternating possession. Will keep the ball in the hands of the Greyhounds. We got more basketball coming up next as the Phillies will take on the Lady Hounds. About as even a game as you're ever going to find between those two schools. With the basketball over on the wing is Patterson. Patterson looking for someone to pass to. Now gets it on the baseline to Vasevich. And a foul is going to be committed by Harrison. It's going to be on McIlvain, and that'll be Cliffy's 3rd. He usually doesn't stay in the game long enough to get 3 fouls.
Well, that's Coach Brooks doesn't like that because those have been reaching fouls.
Lilly up top with a long 3. Bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Down with the rebound is McIlvain. He'll get it into the hands of Gilkey. Gilkey, a floater, rolls off the rim, no good. And Blackwell gets another rebound. He'll bring it into the front court himself, goes coast to coast, has it blocked by McIlvain, and Wilson gets the rebound. In the front court, here's a shot put up by Elijah, no good. Offensive rebound put back by Garrett Wilson is also no good. And with the ensuing rebound will be Cameron Lilly. Lilly goes baseline to the basket. Shot blocked by McIlvain again. Cliffy with a couple of blocks here in the 4th quarter. From his own baseline, Blackwell gets it into Lilly. His half hook is good and he's fouled. And will go to the line to try to get the old-fashioned 3-point play. That foul is on Elijah Harris. So Lilly at the line for the first time tonight with 4:38 on the clock. Lilly is a 57% free throw shooter. Free throw on the way and no good. Wilson with the rebound. He's got 3 here in the 4th quarter, along with a block. Gilkey inside the center circle. Gets it to the far sideline to Elijah Harris. Now between the circles to Wright. Kason directing traffic. It's on the near side to Gilkey in front of his own bench. Gilkey back up top once again to Wright. Wright doesn't like where his people are, so he takes it himself into the paint. Stops, kicks it back up top to McIlvain. Cliffy from the foul line has his shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Blackwell. That'll be Christian Blackwell's first personal foul and send McIlvain to the line for 2 shots or 1 in the bonus. What are they going to call it here?
I think it's 2 shots myself. Yeah.
This will be McIlvain's first free throw attempts of the season. He has 3 points, came in averaging 2.5. First one's on the way and good, like he'd been doing it all his life. Makes a 61-31 score as we get close to the midway point. Second free throw by Cliffy is also good. Harrison County has now doubled up the Greyhounds after leading by just 6.5. As Lilly goes inside the arc, he's going to be fouled by Elijah Harris. That'll be Elijah's third. And we're just not moving our feet, plain and simple. You got to be more aggressive. In any case, Elijah Harris is supposed to stay in.
He was coming to get instructions about how come he fouled, and
Yeah, from his own baseline, Blackwell looking to get the ball in bounds. He does to Vasovic, and Vasovic's pass is going to be knocked out of bounds by Garrett Wilson, who's everywhere.
yes,
Once again from his own baseline, Vasovic. Vasovic looking, lobs it. Oh, I thought Elijah, if he'd wanted to, probably could have stolen that ball, but let it go. Now a loose ball on the floor is picked up by Wright. Wright to McIlvain, to the basket, good. We'll give Kaysen the assist on that one. McIlvain now has 7 points as Harrison County's lead grows to 64-31.
it's really a good pass. Hit him right in stride.
With the basketball out top is Vasovic. Thought about the three, now gets to Blackwell in the corner. Blackwell drives to the elbow and now has the ball bounced away from behind and into the waiting hands of Wright. Wright into the front court near the far sideline, dishes it to Gilkey on the far side of the midcourt circle. 3:16 left to go. Harrison County on their way to another win. It'll be their 6th in a row, the first time in 9 years we won 6 straight games. In the corner, a three by Gilkey. Oh, off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by the Parisians. And as we come up the floor, a foul on McIlvain, and that'll be Cliffy's 4th. Well, he's getting extended playing time.
Yes, but Coach Brooks doesn't like that foul. That's
No. All 4 of Cliffy's fouls have been reaching in.
And that's, in a big game, when we need him, he can't be doing that.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. McKee at the line. His first free throw's good. Makes it a 64-32 game. 3:02 left. Second free throw's no good, but the offensive rebound is picked up by McKee, and he puts it up and in. Or Vasovic, excuse me. Vasovic's first points of the night. Makes it 64-34. With the basketball, Wilson, a runner is good. Nobody cut him off. And Garrett knew what to do with that ball. Makes it 66-34. 2:31 left. Here's a long three that rims out by Blackwell. And guess who? Garrett Wilson with yet another rebound. That's 4 here in the fourth quarter. And 5 overall.
These boys aren't afraid to shoot a three. I'll say that for them.
Gilkey at the elbow almost has his pocket picked. Now the ball is loose, and McKee has it. He'll race all the way the other way. Lays it in. Andy is fouled by Wilson, and will have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Well, with 2:10 left, there's no quit in these Greyhounds. But Harrison still leads 66-36. Free throw upcoming for McKee, who just did hit 1 out of 2. Free throw up and no. And Wright comes down with the rebound for the Thoroughbreds. With the basketball, Elijah Harris across the timeline on the near side of the midcourt circle. Moves to the top of the key and palms the ball for a turnover. Careless turnovers.
16.
Oh, I hate careless turnovers. Give the ball back to Paris with under 2 minutes to go. Talking about Harrison County improved to 16-6. The Greyhounds will drop to 5-16. Across the timeline comes McKee. Gets it on the baseline. It's time to Wist, who's in the game. David Wist, a 5'8 senior. He'll in turn give it to another kid who throws the ball away. Up the floor comes Wilson to the basket and lays it in. Garrett with a nice steal and bucket. 68-36. Just a minute and a half left. Racing to the basket. Vasovic makes the shot and he's fouled. Little dipsy-do that time on the way to the basket. And has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. So Dylan Vasovic makes it 68-38. Vasovic is 5 for 8 this year from the line, now making 5 for 9 as he misses that free throw.
They went from shooting free throws pretty good for 1 out of 5 in this quarter.
Yikes. Sounds like something we do.
2 out of 7 for the half.
Elijah Harris crossed the timeline, the middle of the floor. His team up by 30. Pass to the far sideline in front of the stable to Gilkey. Corbin backs up near the timeline, now to between the circles to Garris, and Wilson will be fouled by Blackwell, who I think was going for the steal, but his arms didn't quite have that steal look to him.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. So 1 in the bonus coming up for Wilson. Garrett on the night, 2 for 4 from the line, which makes him an average Harrison County Thoroughbred free throw shooter.
That's right. Although we're over 50% right now.
That's good. Wilson could get his
maybe not.
9th and 10th point. Nope. And Vasevich saves the ball from going out of bounds with a nice athletic play. And now Cliffy McElvain just fouled out. Oh, my gosh.
He didn't mean to.
He didn't mean to. Come on, Mr. Official. So he'll check out having scored 7 points on the heels of his 14-point effort against Robertson County. But with 1:08 left, we'll have to watch the rest of the game from the bench, as Richard Harris will come back in.
He gets 2.
So double bonus time for Blackwell. Blackwell on the season is 1 for 5 from the line. He's yet to score in this game, but does have a couple of rebounds and some really nice hustle plays.
I think there's some question who the right foul shooter is here. But I guess it's going to be him.
And now stop as they'll converse again about who's supposed to be shooting the free throws.
2 shots.
Oh,
So
2
that-
shots.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Now we're up to speed. First free throw is going to bounce off. So it's a good thing for Mr. Blackwell that they found out it was a 2-shot foul.
yeah.
He'll have another. Get his name in the scorebook, which he does with his first point of the game. Makes it a 68-39 score. Under or approaching a minute. With the basketball, Elijah Harris flips it to Gilkey. Gilkey to the elbow, out beyond three-point range to Wright. Wright races into the paint. His layup is a little short, though, and Wist comes down with the rebound. In the front court, McKee. McKee in the paint, puts up a lob shot that's off to the right, and Richard Harris comes down with the rebound. And Richard's going to be fouled. So we'll walk the other way and shoot some more free throws and hopefully make a couple. Foul's going to be called on Wist. That'll be Wist's first personal foul. This will be Richard's first trip to the line tonight on the year, a 53% free throw shooter. Has 6 points, which is right at his season's average. With 41 seconds, his first free throw is good. So that's a good thing to make a free throw. Now can give his team an even 70 points. Second free throw is on the way and good as well. 70-39. Harrison County once again blowing out another opponent in their 6th win in a row, their 6th blowout in a row. Left side, Blackwell puts up a three-pointer blocked by Garrett Wilson, but coming down with the rebound was Blackwell. Now another shot's no good, and the rebound put back up and in. I believe that was Vasevich. Yeah, it was Vasevich. So DV with the PB. Here's a shot put up by Harrison County, no good. And Vasevich gets another rebound to pad the stats. Long three is no good. And that is the way that the game will end. Harrison County wins by a final score of 70-41. Thoroughbreds improved to 16-6 with their 6th consecutive win and their 13th in their last 15. Meanwhile, the Greyhounds will fall to 5-16 overall so far this season. Well, as we mentioned earlier, the Phillies will have their senior night festivities in between games, so we'll quickly go over the stats so we can sit back and enjoy the senior night festivities, and more important than anything else, don't talk over top of it. So individual scoring, For Harrison County, leading the way tonight was Caden Custard's 14. Also in double figures with 11 points each were J.D. Kendall and Braylon Hinton. Also scoring for the Breds, 8 points apiece for Richard Harris, as well as Garrett Wilson. 7 points on the night for Cliffy McIlvain before he fouled out. Also scoring for the Breds tonight, Mason Smiley had 2. And also getting in but not scoring was Elijah Harris, Kaysen Wright, and Corbin Gilkey. Meanwhile, leading the way for Paris, as they failed to put anybody in double figures, was Jakari Ransom with 8. 7 points for Malachi Ashford. 6 points for Dylan Vasevich, who got all his at the end of the game. Then we have 3 points each for Vaishon McKee and Aiden Roberts. And then a deuce for Cameron Lilly. Make that Jaden Marks and Contarian Downey. Tyson White actually had 3 points. And also, let's see, a single point for Christian Blackwell to round out the scoring. I think I forgot to say Cordray Patterson had 4. So he got in the game but did not score. David Wist did not score in his couple of minutes that he was in the game. So Harrison County wins by a final of 70-41. You got the stats ready there, Mike?
8-9-5.
First, we'll check our numbers for the pot of gold.
Scores table. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't think he got
I
them.
missed it by 100.
Oh, well. Okay, you got the stats ready there?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the percentages. I got the shot.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and name our Judy Construction
Okay,
Company
let me-
player of the game while you're finishing that up. We're going to give it to Will Furnish. Will Furnish, our Judy Construction Company player of the game, ends up with 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks. A nice line for Will. So congratulations to Will Furnish, our Judy Construction Company player of the game for tonight's Harrison County's 70-41 win in the first game of a girl-boy doubleheader, or a boy-girl doubleheader, excuse me. Tomorrow night, the Breds will be back in action here on the Hilltop where they'll take on Augusta. So we'll be here for that, obviously. As we're about to start the senior stuff, what we'll do right now is take it back to the station, and when we're ready to go, I'll let you know. But once again, your final score in the opener of this boy-girl doubleheader: Harrison County 70, Paris 41. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCY.